Greetings Virgo. Hey, happy new year, happy 2021. Welcome to this new year. We've finally got over the hurdle of 2020 and marching into this still very powerful cosmic arrangement that is going to be following us through 2021. I'm doing this reading on December the 22nd, which is just after the longest day in New Zealand here, and also just after the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. I didn't manage to see it in the skies last night because it was cloudy over Auckland. However, that conjunction is leading us into an energetic vibe that has moved from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, and with that we are moving into the age of air. So air is about communication, fast movement, great change, collective conscious, especially the age of Aquarius air sign. So we are on the cusp of a very rare event in terms of these processions of the ages. For us to be here to witness this grand changeover is very, very powerful. And remember, we chose to be here to experience it. So we're on board for the ride, wherever the ride takes us, and however bumpy it may be along the way. It is the ride of change, and nothing is more certain than that. I'm calling these times we are being shaken awake, quite literally, because I feel we have been slumbering for thousands of years actually as humanity. We have far more to offer. We can be far more engaged with life and with love and with energy and with understanding and intelligence than we have been in the past. Although, to be fair, every part of the process is a step towards evolution. So welcome to 2021, and we will see what it has in store for you guys. We will be using these 3 decks of cards and this one over here. I'm trialing a new system. I've bought a new tripod to see if it can be more engaging than the other way that I usually film. So we will see how that works. Let us use this deck first, which is the John Holland Psychic Tarot, and this is for Virgo for January 2021. What is in store for them? What would they be best or to benefit from, to focus on, to see or understand? So your first card here is the Solar Plexus Chakra. This is quite interesting because for the readings I've done so far, the chakra cards are definitely coming out. And the chakra cards are like energy wheels of our spiritual body. So there are the points in our body which harness vibrational frequencies, or the energetic field, the morpho-energetic field. So it's what connectively makes us all spark into life. It's like the battery charge in your car. Without the battery, the car won't actually start or go. So think of the chakra wheels as being a very similar phenomenon. So the fact that they're coming out so much for this very first month, for this second year in this brand new decade, on the dawning of the cusp of the age of Aquarius, phew, what a mouthful, we need to take heed in why these chakra cards are constantly coming out. So something about our bodies, or the energetic vibration around it, needs to be monitored or adhered to or listened to or changed or adjusted or amped up. So the solar plexus is through the mid part of the body by the navel button, and this is where we gain our internal strength in particular, as well as our psychic strength, because it's called the gut instinct portal. You can strengthen this part of your body through doing physical exercise, from eating colours that exude this colour palette, the goldeny yellow tones, also by wearing clothes that emit this type of frequency in this color band as well. For some of you, it could be a sign that you are regaining some strength if you have lost strength, whether it was physical, emotional or spiritual, or it may be that you need to pay attention to this part of your body so that you can regain strength. Oh, there's another 2. Out they come. This one has also been out quite a lot, the Sacrifice card. It is the Hanged Man in the tradition of the tarot, and this is about coming to a decision or a crossroads, a junction in life. But I love the depiction on his card with the rainbow there coming in through her crown chakra, as if she's being illuminated with some form of idea or concept. So in real terms, this can be about reaching a crossroads and understanding that something has to be sacrificed in order for you to move forward. So it's often about giving something up at one point. And that is difficult to do that, especially if we have invested time or energy and we've been going along a certain road. And sometimes this is in terms of relationships or something career-oriented, or possibly even to do with your philosophical beliefs or a community that you may be in. Now, the other perspective of the sacrifice card can be that it means that there is a timing hold-up, because this card is often referencing a stalling in the procedure, so something that slows up a major decision. If you're wanting to hear about a job or a career move or somewhere where you might be even thinking of moving to, buying or selling a property, investing money, or something to do with your relationships, then there's a possibility that there is something that gets a bit complicated that can hold it up. Wow, and another big major arcana as well, the Power card. So this card number 8 is of course the Strength card, and really you started off with strength in terms of the solar plexus chakra that came in for you. So we're talking about gaining or regaining or enhancing or strengthening something around you. Now this one here is known as the Inner Strength card, again a little bit like this one. So this can come to you after a time of feeling deflated or having been a little bit flattened or feeling flat, or even being not invigorated in something around yourself. But this power that comes is a very silent, strong power. It's got the ability to feel an internal heating up in a good way, like feeling as though you have your, I can't think of a better word necessarily, but feeling as though you have your mojo back, as if life is directing itself toward your way. This also can come about if something or someone in your life has been, let's say, creating a flux, or there's been tensions one way or another. This card can be very good when it comes in. It's saying you are finding your inner strength so that you can deal with any relationship problems that come, but you deal with them in a calm and strong, logical, balanced way. And in fact, Virgo, you have the capacity to do this at all times anyhow, because you are in many ways the balancer of life and harmony. So let's see what else is coming your way. Oh, there's another one jumping out. Memories of love. And it's interesting, a lot of these cards are duplicating themselves for the various astrological signs, so I do suggest that you check your moon and rising signs as well. But the memories of love can be about thinking back on the past, or experiencing deja vu, or experiencing memories or situations that will take you to the past, so such as family reunions, school reunions, going to visit a place you've lived at previously many years ago, coming across friends that you haven't seen in a long time, and sometimes in an unexpected way, but sometimes through attending a function as well and being invited to meet with them. It can also be celebratory events such as the birth of babies, 21sts, engagements, weddings, and it can also be reuniting with old lovers or past lovers. Now sometimes this card can represent a karmic shift. So if there have been any negatives for you with past relationships and those negatives haven't been healed, this conjunction that has just happened, the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, can allow us to have karmic debts or karmic issues to be healed, and for forgiveness and tolerance, acceptance, understanding, awareness of the situation. All of this can happen at this point in time, and we can be granted freedom from a karmic situation that has been tying us down. Now it may no longer exist physically, but it might well be in your emotional memory field, and it might have held you back one way or another. It might have been causing pain or grief or sadness or fear of being in love again, or fear of experiencing love or giving love to others freely. So this can be a powerful time of karmic healing if you work through the emotions that come to you. So you may not meet with the person in particular. It may be that you just experience the situation again to some degree, and you are left pondering what this is actually all about for you. So there's a lot of different meanings that this card can actually symbolize for many of you. So let's see what else is coming here for Virgo. I'll put these down here. This is for Virgo for January 2021. One more from this deck, one or two more. We haven't finished yet, I don't think, guys. Wow, they aren't fully engaged in giving us patience. This is another one that has come out quite consistently in the month. This is, of course, number 14. This is the Temperance card, and this is again about bringing balance into situations. And we see again this seedling that is growing up and going through her crown chakra, and it seems to alter the colors that she receives or she intuits through her mind's eye and through the crown chakra area. So we're definitely in here in your reading. You have got 3 cards that are focused on the mind or the head and changes in them. This one is half lion, half man. This one has been in half again, and this one has a rainbow coming down, forming across it. So I'm getting the feeling that there's a message in here for you guys, either about you're halfway to the decision you're making, or you're only seeing half of the story, or you're halfway there, or you're halfway to feeling some change or shift coming in. So there's something about the journey not being completed yet, and maybe you are still pondering, do I, should I, can I, will it work, won't it work, which could be also why the timing card, the sacrifice card, has actually come into consideration with this as well. So quite a few major arcanas have come out for you, so I think it makes sense that the January reading is going to be, you know, heralding this continual change of experience of life that we will now be going through as well. So it's something to ponder upon for yourself as the months open up and as 2021 opens up to us and shows us its energy field and what lessons it has in store for us to learn, to pick up from, to grow and to gain insight and awareness. But certainly these 3 cards are very intriguing in as much that they're all giving off the same type of message to me, as I say, about some change of structure even. Now if we think about it more just on the physical field, there could be something that they're saying for you guys. Some of you may be experiencing things like headaches or tension or pain in the neck, back of the neck and up through the spine. Some of you may need something like chiropractor work to relieve any pressure that's building up in and around your neck, head or the back of your spine. Or you could be benefited by doing things such as Reiki or yoga or stretching or exercises that also activate or free up these type of areas for yourself. So what's next for Virgo? We will move on to the next deck. Which will be this one here. This is a Doreen Virtue Daily Guidance deck. Let's see what's in store for Virgo here with these cards. Law of Attraction is a wonderful card to get. It's just saying that the thoughts you have in your life actually are what you attract. And I think many of us understand that after seeing The Secret and those type of philosophies that exist. But it's a beautiful card to look at. I often think it's very, very generous in its depiction. It's rather beautiful. And you can read the words there on it yourself, I'm sure, if you can zoom in on that. So it's just about, if you want to attract a certain aspect or thing into your life, then focus on that. Use positive thoughts, positive frequencies and positive vibes to bring this into you. And this will be where you're sending that field of energy out to the universe, and that's how the law of attraction does work. I'm sure most of you already understand that. We have a bit of cleanse and detoxify going on here, so bringing in some change of diet. And in fact, the Patience card often says that as well in the traditional tarot. So it's often a card of talking about balancing everything. So everything in moderation, I think, to a degree is fine. This card often refers to the Patience one, standing on a body of water and making sure that you take plenty of water on board for yourself as a detoxifier. I think we underestimate the value of good, wholesome mineral or spring water. It can be very empowering for us. So it's advisable to do that as well, to spend some time, especially over the new year and the festive and holiday season, to really put some energy into bringing harmony and balance into your body. And what was the other word we had here? It wasn't sacrifice, but I think of the solar of the Hanged Man is also a point of pivotal balance, especially when we see them in the traditional format of being hung upside down, and he's hanging in a precarious manner. So the cleanse and detoxify is kind of just embellishing that, and it also says not just your physical body to cleanse and detoxify at this point in time, so to make sure you eat plenty of beautiful healthy plant-based foods, lots of greens and seeds and nuts and things along those lines. Enhance your body with minerals and vitamins and the omegas, all types of things that nourish both your physical and mental aspects of life. But this card also talks about cleanse and detoxify the mind and clear any negative thoughts, because if you take them with you, especially at the beginning of a year, if you take any anger or resentment or frustration or fear or grief or loss with you, then you're setting that as your foundation for moving forward into 21. And ideally that is not the way that we want to move into 21. So cleansing and detoxifying all aspects of the body, mind and soul, I think, is very relevant. So what else do we have here for Virgo? Have confidence. And have confidence matches so well with the very first card that came out, the solar plexus chakra, because that is basically what that is about. Gaining power, regaining confidence, personal confidence, strengthening yourself. And we also saw that with the power cards. So you're not the only one who this has happened to. There's been a couple of astrological signs that have been really embellished with some sort of power or strength that's coming either back to them or reinvigorating or harnessing their life as they move forward for 21. So I know a lot of people may have been depowered at the beginning of 2020, well, not the beginning, but throughout the whole journey of 2020. So it's as if we are regaining energy, like it's as if an energy field is being pumped into our cosmic pathway as we process ourselves through the skies and we move through the planetary alignments. We've been zapped a little bit in 2020, so somehow there's power coming back. And I don't just mean power to the people, I mean some sort of energy power or transfer of power is coming in. A lot of people talk about the ascension or the wave of energy that's coming into Earth, and I know that the Sun has just entered a new solar cycle. I think it's solar cycle 27, and that is new energy coming in. We will see more solar flares directed at us. We will see higher intensity magneto pulses coming onto Earth. So they affect us as humans. So perhaps this is the beginning of re-energizing us in a new way. Some of you might receive downloads of energy or messages coming in from extraterrestrial realms or other planetary systems. You may be getting uploads, you may be being reignited somehow through your DNA. There's a lot of different things that all of this power that is being gifted to you could mean for the journey as we bounce into 2021. So we will finish with that particular deck of cards as well, and we will move into the next one, which happened to be a chakra deck. I do love the chakra cards, and I feel as I'm shuffling things upside down on this angle for you guys. Perhaps I would be better to move my camera, but I am trialing this at the moment. I think we'll just go with it. Couple have jumped out: communication, self-expression, exchange, sharing and connection, and the third eye chakra as well. And again, we've got the head coming in, and we've got lights or energy waves, which we've just been talking about, and this big vortex of power and energy up here, and planets spinning around. I think that might be Earth in the background, I'm not sure, but it's kind of really marries up with what I was just saying, that I feel we're in this vortex of energy coming in, and that many of you may receive communication that comes to you and enlightens you or provides you with some sort of power or recharge or surge of energy. And it could even come from your spirit guides, such as spirit animals. Some of you may have power animals such as lions or bears or bulls or horses or big animals, and they may come in for you this year as well. You may receive new spirit guides. You may receive messages from animal helpers or workers or celestial or cosmic beings. You may see white light. You may hear it and feel it. You may receive messages from the spirit world, and they might be quite psychic, and they might be communicating with you. And these messages might give you ideas that you can then communicate through various ways of either intuition or through verbal or through written ways. And these could lead to promotion in terms of ideas and concepts and making things. So there's a lot in here that's talking to me about the birth of something new, and like an excitement, a bubbling over of energy and ideas and concepts and waves of emotion even coming in to connect with you and to like stimulate this crown chakra, the third eye chakra, communication at whatever level that means for you, whether it's a personal communication within yourself and to yourself or your higher self and your cosmic helpers, or whether this communication is a field that leads on and out further and further for you. So very interesting cards here, but we're definitely still talking about intuitive psychic awareness, increasing that. And of course we started with the solar plexus, which is gut instinct, understanding it, listening to it and being in tune. So I think you guys have got the potential to experience great shifts of energy and great understanding and awareness that comes in. This communication bringing us back down to earth instead of floating in the solar vortex of life. This communication could well be talking to you about communication with other people again. So whether there has been a hold up or a stalling or a separation of being able to communicate with someone that you've wanted to, whether it was due to a fallout or a blockage that has been in the way, something will open up, and it could be that you receive ideas on how to re-communicate or how to reconnect with people that you've been missing seeing, or whether it's people that you have had a falling out with and you haven't spoken to them or been with them. And some of these could be family members or good friends or work colleagues. It feels as though communication for you guys is opening up. So I think that you will experience a lot of healing is the word that comes to mind. A lot of healing situations when we have communication in our life, and especially when it's brought to us at such vast levels of cosmic awareness and uploads and downloads and shifting in your perceptions. So a very powerful reading that's unfolding the deeper we go there for you, Virgo. But I think what we will do is come to the very last of the cards, and these are very powerful indeed. This is the Alana Fairchild Crystal Mandala deck. So I will only take one from these, and then I will zoom in for you and I will read from the deck. But in the meantime, let's shuffle and see what is in store. So this is for Virgo for January 2021. Oh, they came out very, very quickly. We have individuality, Angel Ahal and Labradorite, and Goddess Lakshmi and Dendritic Agate, her golden grace. It's a little bit hard to pick between which ones to actually focus on for you. So I think I will utilize them both. I'll probably read the individuality, and in fact both of these cards have also been out for other astrological signs in the month. So do check your moon and rising to see if there are any that match the other cards and messages that have come out. So we will zoom in on these two for you, and I will probably read the individuality. Her golden grace is beautiful for Lakshmi, and it is about accepting the grace of life and the good luck and good karma in particular that Lakshmi can bring in. So she is a wonderful one to have in your life, and you could take photos of these two cards and pin them up somewhere or have them on your mobile and use them as empowerers for the month ahead in January, but also for the whole year. You can call upon these beautiful mandala cards and goddesses. I do happen to have both the Labradorite and the picture agate, the dendritic agate, on for both of these. So I've put the crystals on just to enhance the power of the energy from the mandala and the messages. Let us look at number 5, the Angel Ahal and Labradorite, individuality. We bring you the gift of individuality. As you receive our gift, you will feel safe enough to enjoy the aspects of yourself that truly make you unique. From particular interests to your way of expressing yourself, to what excites and inspires your spirit, your individuality is the way the divine wishes to manifest itself through you this lifetime. The key to your divine life purpose is to know who you are and to love and accept that self, so you allow natural development and expression in the world to take place. As you accept your individuality, you will understand how natural it is for you to fulfill your life purpose and divine destiny. You will instinctively gravitate towards people, places, and energies that support you in being your bright, true spirit. You'll grow and express yourself more freely and authentically, and the divine light within shall shine brighter without a veil of fear, confusion, or shame obscuring it. You have no need to compare yourself to any other. You are a unique child of the universe with your own special path and destiny to fulfill. There are many ways to live your life in service to love, light, and power. You see, when synchronicities are strong and the messages are there, they empower you to hear them all. And there is the power card, and it's just said, there are many ways to live your life in service to love, light, and power, as there are stars in the sky, even more. What matters more than whether another understands your lifestyle and choices is whether the choices you make reflect your own personal values. The first task you'll have on your path of discovering and honouring your individuality is to ask yourself, what has meaning for me? If you don't take the time to question and reflect upon what really means something to you, you'll simply be moved according to the values others impose upon you. Those values might not mean anything to you at a deeper level, yet you may be afraid to step outside of what others say is safe or true. Without pausing to reflect upon your own personal values, you will miss an opportunity to get to know who you are and what you stand for, to discover your individuality. And I still think that some of that, even though it says communication, that is about being very individual, because it says self-expression as the first aspect of this card. When you do not know who you are, you will not be able to love and appreciate your divine beauty, nor understand what drives you and be able to commit unconditionally to your life purpose and divine destiny. Without unconditional commitment, you'll give up when things get difficult, even when you are strong enough to keep going. You'll place restrictions upon how the universe can conspire to create your destiny in the best possible way by doubting when the timing or circumstances don't match your expectations. You'll not know what matters to you, and so you will more easily become overwhelmed by distraction, and in that overwhelm, confusion and self-doubt will undermine your progress. So your second task will be to use the courage within your heart to set priorities that match your inner values and act on them. It takes courage to live as your true self in all ways, to make choices that honour what you value more than what you might have been taught to fear. You are absolutely allowed to do this. It is your divine birthright to choose the values that feel most authentic, truthful, inspiring and exciting to you. Whatever excites your spirit, inspires your mind, moves your heart and awakens your body is a key to discovering who you are and why you are here. The only people that will have any power to judge you, control you, or hold you back from your destiny are those whom you empower to do so. At any moment you can make a choice to liberate yourself from a fearful influence by deciding you shall love yourself, no matter what, and commit unconditionally to what has meaning for you. When you love yourself enough to be open and forthright about who you are, without needing to convince anyone of anything, but just be willing to be yourself and share that with the world in your own particular way, your pathway to divine success materializes at your feet. It may not look like any path you've seen another person take, and that doesn't matter at all. In fact, the more unusual your path appears to be, the more it seems to suit you, and perhaps no one else. The more the universe is telling you that this is the way, your way, you'll feel as though you are a pioneer discovering new ground. You'll feel you are making it up as you go, and this is how you know that what you are living is uniquely your life journey. No one else can script it for you. It is a beautiful creation of your own making, an expression of your own unique relationship with the universe. Your path and your purpose is as individual as you are, so dive deep into you. Ask yourself what you love, what matters to you, what are you willing to never, ever give up on. It's your time to discover more of your passionate purpose and divine beauty. And remember, with that, you were also graced Goddess Lakshmi and her golden grace with you, as if it's like giving you this extra bounty of possibilities and potential, as if the universe is unfolding something magical for you to be you, and behind it is this cosmic backing of gratuitousness and grace and gratitude and prosperity. So I would really jump on board with this reading and race into 2021 with as much gusto as you possibly can, as much personal power as you can as well, and communicate with yourself and your higher self and your cosmic helpers to find your true path, and remember to bring in the law of attraction into all situations that you want to give power to and that you want to intuit and understand at the higher levels, and create the balance and have patience for this journey is your life's journey. And remember that from that you gain great personal strength and confidence. So there you are, Virgo, a truly beautiful reading. I hope you've enjoyed this. Do remember to check your moon and rising signs as well. They can sometimes be just as powerful. And I wish you all a wonderful January for 2021. I hope you have a fabulous new year. And I wish for you the very best of success and providence and luck as we move into this new age of energy and pace and change. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and being part of Team Celestial. I love you all. Much love. Namaste.